Hello Cancer, welcome to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is going to be for the new moon on October 16th, taking us through the next full moon on October 31st, Halloween. Halloween full moon. There are 2 full moons in the month of October. Whenever that happens, the second full moon is referred to as a blue moon. Maybe you've heard the expression once in a blue moon. It's because it doesn't happen too often, so it's not only a special day for completion and culmination, but it's also a rarity. So look for a lot of opportunity to complete things, to bring about endings and completions and manifestation, and that all the newness that comes in after that. Okay, at the heart of your reading, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's the Knight of Candles in this deck. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. So your current situation involves feels like sneakiness, being sneaky. And the challenge is the Page of the Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Observing and studying something to learn from it. We'll get more in. This is going to shape up as we pull more cards. Right now, it feels like there's an outside element, a person in your life most likely who has bad intentions, or it's like acting selfishly, or like impulsive energy. If not being sneaky or secret, yeah, maybe not sneaky. Okay. I can get lost in the cards. I love this artwork. Let's look at your focus. What are you focusing on? Your focus is the Page of Cups. More new energy. The Page energy is coming in twice now. The Page of Cups seeks from the heart. And the art here, you can see his eyes are stitched up and his cup, quote unquote, is over here to the side. He's feeling around for it. This is kind of the energy that you're embodying now. You can't quite see what you want, but you're reaching around for it. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to get what you want. Maybe you're not even clear about what you want. In your recent past, we have the 5 of Wands. Competition, challenge, adversity. In the energy of the environment, we have the Lovers in reverse. Okay, this is shaping up to look like a relationship situation that we're talking about. So interpreting this in the context of a relationship feels like someone being selfish, like someone forcing their way and not taking the time to observe to be the, I don't know another way to say this, to be the observer of your partner, to really witness them and understand what's going on with them and take it in and internalize it and let it shape your actions. This is someone who doesn't do that, and like that's just not even part of who they are. They don't know that that's a thing that people do even. Like their state of mind, their existence thus far has just been, well, everyone does what they want, so I'm just doing what I want. The energy of the environment is that relationship coming to an end, a separation of two people who had been committed to one another. Let's look at your near future. Ending. Ending of all endings. You're going to be able to grieve for the loss of this and move on like the person doesn't exist anymore. Like it'll be a complete ending. It'll be a closure. No open-endedness once this is over. Your advice? The devil in reverse. Don't go back. Don't go back into a codependent situation. Don't go back into devoting yourself to something that doesn't serve you, something that's holding you back from your full potential, someone who doesn't see you. Don't go back to, beyond just this relationship, don't go back to a state of mind where you believe that you need something from someone else. Like, the difference between choosing to have something in your life and feeling like you need it is the differentiation I'm getting at here. The devil is about needing something. I need it. I can't live without it, which is a lie. That's the lie the devil tells us. Advice is don't believe the lie. You can choose something because you want it. You don't need it. All right. Stepping off my soapbox. The next card out is going to be your surprise energy. What's going to come in and surprise our Cancer? What you don't see coming regarding this situation. The Six of Wands. Victory, success, recognition. The way that this is going to free you up to really be seen and admired. Yes, by yourself, but this is more so a card of the appreciation that comes from others. And I get that this sense that you haven't felt seen. And what's unexpected about this is how seen you're going to be, how treasured and celebrated you're going to be. I love that. Okay, next up we're looking at your hopes and fears. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So you are concerned that you won't be able to juggle this, that you won't, this is going to throw you out of balance. Perhaps you've relied on a certain situation for so long that you're not 100% certain where your equilibrium is going to come from. The Two of Pentacles being here says that you have the potential within yourself to achieve balance. And you don't need to rely on anyone else for that. Being aware of your fear can be a real asset, because then you can, when those things, those doubts and insecurities start creeping in on you, then you can put it in check and recognize it for what it is. And then, correct yourself and say, nope, I do have the potential to keep this in balance. It's all within me. All right. And last but not least, your eventual outcome is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, a hidden opportunity. This is like a diamond in the rough that reveals itself at the last minute. A brand new opportunity to build on for the future. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. So this has been a long time coming, something that you've been avoiding. You've felt like you were not open, not ready, not willing to accept a new way of feeling. It's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't. Do you guys know that expression? It's like the expression, I don't know the full one, but the sense of it is that we deal with things that are negative in our lives because they're familiar, and familiarity in and of itself is comfortable. So we hesitate from leaving things behind that are painful or negative subjectively negative in our lives, because we don't know what's out there, and we worry, is it going to be worse? So no matter how bad it is now, let me just stay where I am because it could always get worse. Well, yeah, but it could always get better, right? So it's a shift of perspective. And that's the overall energy of the reading here is you are opening up to this potential for a new emotional perspective that's been on offer from Spirit for you for quite some time. And now is the moment when the energy of the environment is conducive for you to put these things behind you and move forward. All right, now we're going to pull some clarifiers to clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse. This selfish energy, it's pushed you. Okay, the reason why this came to a head is because it pushed you into retreat. Like you were lulled into this dealing with the devil you know. And you might be wondering, okay, but why did it have to get so bad? Why couldn't it just have stayed fine? Well, it came to a head to push you into a mental retreat, to pull your mind out of the situation and kind of snap you awake so that you could really when you're out of a situation, your perspective can shift because the way you think you should see it, or the way that you think that it is so flavored by the other people's opinions involved that you can sometimes come to accept it as truth. But this is saying this person acted out so much that it pushed you into a mental retreat. Like you mentally decided, oh, this isn't quite for me. Let me pull back from this. And that space created a vacuum, it created enough space, a part of the space that was created. I don't want to say that you had a mental vacuum. It's just an expression for the space that was created. Sorry. That to allow for clarity of your own thoughts. Like how do you see the situation? What do you think about it? Not just how other people are telling you it is. Let's take a look at the, came right out. Oh, the star. Destiny, fate, fame, and fortune. Okay. Clarifying the challenge with your Page of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. This was destined to happen because you needed to observe this behavior and learn from it in order to be thrust into your destiny, your full potential. This is like, I have the potential to have an amazing life full of love and harmony and expressing my inner talents and being appreciated and ... whatever greatness and untapped destined potential exists in your background. And then this is like, hey, why don't you have this experience that forces you to learn so that I can come out, so that it makes the space for you to realize, to reflect on what it is you're doing and the environment that's created because of your actions and how things could be. Okay, your focus. Getting clear about what you want and how you feel. Oh, this Page of Potions. Why is the Page of Cups here? Four of Cups. This is a repeater. Where did we have the Four of Cups? Did we? Yeah, in your overall energy, Four of Cups in reverse. This is like you're grasping around looking for, okay, where was that opportunity? I've been sitting here fine and saying this is fine. I have a surface level happiness that I can deal with here. I can find happiness in this situation. Spirit's like, take the new cup, level up emotionally. There's more there for you. And you've been saying, nah, no thanks. I don't want it. This isn't for me. Spirit's like, yes, it is. It is for you. You're like, no, I'm fine with these 3 cups. That one does not look interesting to me. Please go away. This is you saying, oh, wait. Where is that cup you were handing me? I've blinded myself to it. I can't quite see it, but you're feeling around for it. You're like, okay, I knew that there's something out there for me. Something new and amazing that's going to make me even happier than what I've been. And you're reaching out for it now. You're receptive to it now. Clarifying the 5 of Wands is the 6 of Wands. In your recent past, you faced challenges and you defeated them. You can't be victorious without facing the challenge. Also, in some sense, you can't be victorious without the challenge having been presented to you, right? In that sense of facing the challenge, not just like, oh, you stood up for yourself, but the sheer fact that you were challenged to begin with created the opportunity for you to be victorious. It's like you're getting in the game. You're playing the game. And I don't use that word like playing games in the negative sense. I mean like getting involved. Like you're not sitting this one out. You're putting on the jersey and you're like, put me in, coach. I want to play the game. All right. This energy of the environment, the Lovers in reverse. This ending of a committed relationship. Tell me more about this. Yeah. The Three of Cups in reverse. These 3 cups are the same as these 3 cups. This is just a later stage. So this is saying, I have surface level happiness. I'm fine with this. This is happy. But it's like flavored with, but it's just good enough. It's good enough for right now. It's not deep joy. It's not soul level satisfaction. It's just fine. And this is the next step. This is like, well, I've got my 3 cups here. They're sitting over there. It's fine. This is like, this relationship has lost its luster. You're recognizing that it's just fine, and just fine is not good enough. Not being seen is not good enough. Having your thoughts and opinions and feelings not even registered to another person is not good enough. You put on the jersey, you got in the game, you recognized that it's not good enough. You saw this person for what they are and what they're bringing to the table because of their action that knocked you out of your filtered perspective of how good things were. And then this brings you to your near future, which is the Death card, the ending of that. Oh, I love it. It's the other side of your past was the Five of Wands, and then your near future is the Five of Wands in reverse. It's over. The competition, the game is over, and it's done and dead. Like, good on you for putting on the jersey and getting in the game and being victorious. You won the game. And now it's done. And you can move on. Let's take a look at your advice. The Devil in reverse. This feels like a strong caution to not get swept up by temptation to go back. Don't be lulled back into it. This was a battle that you fought to get out of, and the caution is, trust your judgment. This was a divinely guided decision. Spirit really set you up for the win here. It's like Spirit was holding like I want to use a word, but I don't know football jargon well enough to use it. Do you know, like, the person that holds the ball for the kicker? Like, Spirit set you up to win the game with the game-winning field goal. I hope I'm saying this right. Regardless of the clunky analogy that I'm trying to use here. Point is that you were set up for success here. You were set up with that challenge in order to surmount the challenge and overcome it. And the decision that you made was divinely guided to recognize this devil for what it was and say goodbye to it and let it die out of your life. The advice is, don't forget. Don't forget why you did it. and rely on spirit if it feels unclear. If you're tempted in the future, then like if you're tempted to be in a situation like that, or go back to this person, or make relationship decisions that are similar in the future, this is saying, remember, you went through this for a reason, so remember. Okay, clarifying your surprise energy, this victory. We have the Ace of Swords. So there's this newfound clarity, this new truth that's going to be embodied in your life from now on. Because you had to face this challenge and you were victorious, the recognition, the way that you're seen moving forward, it's going to feel so just like, wow, this is how it could have been all along. Like, sorry, just like, not to say like we should dwell on, negative decisions that were made in the past, because we all make the best decisions that we can in the moment. But just the shockingness is what I'm getting at. The surprisingness is what I'm getting at here. It's going to feel so like, whoa, I never knew it could be like that. I never knew that relationships could feel like that, or I never knew I could be how fresh and clear I could feel just by being seen, just by being for my wins being celebrated by those who are around me, like being supported. That's going to be something that you can build on as a core tenet of your perspective moving forward. Like, it's going to feel good being seen, and you're going to want to incorporate that into the way that you judge the way you set boundaries, like the way you make judgments about your boundaries and what you deserve in your life. It will become part of your personal truth that you deserve to be seen and celebrated, and that you don't tolerate people who don't see you and celebrate your wins with you. I'm not saying you're perfect, right? They don't have to celebrate every little thing about you and put you on a pedestal. Far from it, right? We want to be seen accurately, but the balance really needs to come in, I feel like, for you, having not been seen and celebrated and recognized, so that moving forward you really get your share of that. Okay, hopes and fears, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Can I balance this? Yes, you can. Wheel of Fortune. This is destined. We have two destiny cards here. The Wheel of Fortune, fate, timing, and your destined potential coming out. Can I deal with this? Is it in the cards for me? Yeah, it is. There you go. And last but not least, the eventual outcome, your Ace of Pentacles in reverse, this hidden new opportunity, is something that I'm being prompted to say it this way, and I usually don't. I hesitate to bring it out, but maybe this is the way that it needs to be communicated. It's a long time coming. It's something that you should have had a long time ago. And I just want to emphasize that this is not intended to like beat yourself up over, oh, I should have been doing this a long time ago. No, not at all. But I feel like it wants to be emphasized because you deserve it, and you have deserved it all along. It's not like you're changing now and you deserve this new opportunity. It's not like something different that you're doing that you deserve to be seen and celebrated. No, it's like you've been waiting for and sensing this possibility on the horizon for a long time. And this opportunity that's going to come in a surprising way because it's in reverse is something that it's been coming toward you for a very, very long time. So it's going to make, I'm kind of tearing up. It's going to make that moment so precious because I'm just feeling the way that Spirit feels for you right now is like they've wanted this for you for such a long time. All right. Bottom of the deck. Strength in reverse. Your weaknesses becoming strong through the support of Spirit. All right. Cancer, we're going to pull some oracle cards for you to close out your reading. First, we're going to pull from the Affirmators deck. This is an affirmation deck, if it wasn't clear by the name. What affirmation do we have for Cancer to close out this reading? Second half of October. What message is there for Cancer? We have self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm gonna make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self-love, your affirmation for this week. Next, we're going to pull from the Fear Nothing, Manifesting Your Greatness Oracle deck by Amy Chase. What fearless message do we have for Cancer facing this situation? When organizing, like with like. This feels like advice to surround yourself with people who share the people that you have things in common with. People who are going to support you the way that you support them. People who have a lot of positive things going on in their life and are, like they can reflect, they can reflect back to you who you are. That's, being your mirror, of course. Everyone in the world that we interact with is our mirror in some way. But I feel like this is more so saying, you know what you have to offer, you know what you bring to the table in relationships. And when you are deciding who to get involved with in the future, make sure that the people who enter your life are able to contribute in the way that you do. And I know everyone's unique and everyone's has their own way of looking at the world. I'm not saying like exact, but like with like it looks like from this reading, the person that you were dealing with wasn't even able to register other people or other people's opinions and stuff. But you are the type of person who does. So that as an example, like look for people who see other people the way that you see other people, the way that you take other people's opinions into account. Make sure that you are looking for other people who also take other people's opinions into account the same way that you do. You see what I'm getting at here? So I'm not saying like look for a carbon copy of yourself, but there are certain attitudes or ways of dealing with the world that when you're on common ground, that things can be very harmonious, things can be very supportive. And, if you have, if you have certain interests, it could also be like advice saying, if you get more involved in groups that support hobbies that you're enjoying, then that could be a way that you're going to meet someone important. But I'm getting more so like make sure that someone is on your level. And that's another term I don't really like because, we're all at different stages of our development. But for a very oversimplified way of saying it, find someone who is able to give back what you give them. Like with like. Okay, next we're going to pull from the Halloween Oracle. What do we have to share from the Halloween Oracle for the second half of October, please? We have barmbrack, sweetness, and synergy. It's a certain type of bread. Sweetness and synergy. What were we just talking about? Finding someone who can give back what you give to them. That's synergy. That's two energies becoming and intertwined in a very harmonious way that, they work well together. Like with like, synergy. All right, last one. We're going to pull from the Making Magic deck. We have the element of water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. So alchemically, the symbol for water is represented here. It's represented by the cups suit in the tarot, and it also stands for your emotions. In astrology, Cancer is a water sign. So this is going to feel just like really going into your feels. Evaluating them and being true to how you feel, like understanding and giving credence to your emotions, your emotional self, and validating your own emotions, not allowing your emotions to be invalidated by anyone else, like standing strong in your emotional body. All right. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give it a like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate all the support and for you guys tuning in. It's a pleasure to serve you in this way. I will be back again for the full moon readings right around Halloween. And until then, take care. Bye, guys.